Hey there, my name's Dave. I got something to say. Doing a little work here, getting some wires ready to go on my model train layout. Get stuff ready. Got a couple of electrical switches I want to install. But working with these wires reminds me of things I learned from my father about how to work with electricity. My father, his name was Austin. He passed away back in December 2001, and miss him. And honestly, as a kid, we did have some issues, but I'm happy to say that as we both got older and hopefully a little wiser, we were able to resolve a lot of that. But I learned a lot from him on how to work with electricity. I'm not going to make any claims about being a professional electrician, but I certainly know enough where I can, say, change out light fixtures, do some other stuff, obviously do the wiring for a train layout, things like that. He, was a professional electrician. Specifically, he spent like 45 years working for what we used to call Houston Lighting Power, the light company, or some people like to say Houston Looting and Pillage. But anyway, like I say, he's worked there for many years. Probably one of his things he was kind of proud to say, hey, look what I did, was one of his job was he would throw the big switch that would turn on all the streetlights in downtown Houston back, early mid-1950s. And he was working at what was originally called the Clark Street Power Plant, which is located there on the northern edge of downtown Houston, kind of between downtown and the banks of Buffalo Bayou. Well, like I say, he worked there for many years and, of course, told many stories about experience working there. And one that stands out in my mind was a story he told about early in his career when he was still getting some training about how to work, with electricity. He was working with this older gentleman, was apparently just a little crusty around the edges, kind of seen it all, heard it all. For all I know, the guy probably got his training originally from Thomas Edison, if not Benjamin Franklin. That's how long he'd been doing this. But my father tells a story where he's working with this gentleman, and they're working on this junction box there in the power plant, and there were these two heavy wires hanging from it. And that older gentleman that my father was working with, he points at those two wires and says, hey, Austin, grab one of those wires. So my father, okay, reaches over, grabs one of them, one kind of closest to him. And then that gentleman points to the other wire and says, you see that wire? And my father said, yeah, see it. Don't you dare touch it or you'll short out every light on this side of town. So kind of safe to say, my father learned some lessons that he was able to pass on to me about the importance of knowing which wire not to grab hold of when working with electricity. Or as I said to him once, I think I know enough about electricity to be careful with it. And his reply was, that's probably the only important thing there is to know. So like I said, some important lessons I learned from my father about how to work with things. So, okay, on that, thank you for listening. We'll be back soon with some more stories. I'll get back to working on some more wire. So in the meantime, like I said, my name's Dave. I got something to say, and I said it. So see you soon. Bye.
Ba ba da ba da ba da ba ba.